it's Lisa. In this video, I'd like to respond to a video that I saw last night by a YouTuber called Rachellea. And Rachellea was vegan for the first half of 2015, and then she started including animal products in her diet after that. And then she apparently got a lot of nasty comments from vegans because of that, or because she showed animal products in her videos. So I have done a video on her previously about her including things like honey or lanolin in her diet, and it wasn't to make her feel bad, but just an informative kind of video. And I'm sure that the comments that were left by vegans on those videos were more informative rather than trying to bring her down. But anyway, I wanted to address the points that she made in the video why I can't stand vegans.
People don't give the harsh truth when they're like, oh, being vegan is so great. The harsh truth is, it is hard. It is not completely easy, but it's not as hard as you think it is. When I was at a point in my life where I was never going anywhere, I was never doing anything, I wasn't really spending any money, it's very easy to just maintain a vegan lifestyle.
I'd say that is true. It depends on your attitude toward it, how much you can plan ahead, and how committed you are. So if you're not that committed and you just decide, I'm gonna be vegan, but I'm not really gonna plan much and I'm just gonna see how things go, then of course it will be hard to be vegan, because you'll just get into situations where you're not prepared for the food that's being served, or you might go hungry and then it'll put you in a position that's more likely to go and eat animal products, and then you might feel bad about it afterwards. So I think that if you plan ahead, you will be prepared and you won't have to give in to animal products. The other thing is that even when you eat out at restaurants, you can always request a vegan option, and most of the time you'll be able to get a vegan option. So you could choose a vegetarian option and just say leave out the cheese or leave out the eggs. There were maybe only 2 times that I've walked out of a restaurant or a place that didn't have any vegan options and they weren't willing to accommodate. So in that case, I just had to walk out and make that kind of statement. And fortunately, those times were just with my mum when we went to a Korean restaurant and they just didn't have anything vegan and they couldn't make anything vegan, which was odd. And also we went to a pizza place. This was me and my husband. We went to a pizza place that had vegetarian options and we could leave out cheese if we wanted, but then we asked about the bread and whether it had eggs or dairy in it, and it did, and they couldn't make a vegan option for us, so we walked out of there and got something else. So there are only a few times where you won't be able to get a vegan option, and in that case you'll just have to go somewhere else and be a little inconvenienced. But I think if you're committed, you'll still be able to be vegan.
But as mid-year rolled around, that was at the point where I was rock bottom. I was at my most depressed. I was contemplating whether life was worth living anymore.
Happiness is a choice, and you might be more prone to depression than other people. Maybe you're more sensitive, or you just feel things more, but in the end it still is your choice, and you have to take the empowering mental attitude that you are in control and you can choose to be happy. Rachel lives in the first world. She has food, shelter, she has a YouTube channel that's thriving, she has so much influence. So these are all things that she can be grateful for, and I think as long as you choose an attitude of gratitude, you won't have feelings of depression. It's pretty hard to be depressed and grateful at the same time. So of course bad things happen in your life and things out of your control, but that really has nothing to do with whether you're vegan or not. Being vegan is an ethical stance, and as long as you're educated on the issues, being rock bottom in your life shouldn't have you resorting to animal products, as long as you're eating enough vegan food. So if you're carving up, if you're getting enough food to nourish your body and to have enough energy for the day and have a clear mind, then you're less prone to depression. When I'm sleepy or when I haven't eaten enough, I will feel a lot more prone to crying and being sad or getting angry. I know that from experience, and I know so many other girls or guys are like that, and it's just to do with your physiological needs not being met.
I was so anxious that it was destroying my life. And at this exact same moment of me being so horrifically depressed, vegan people on my YouTube channel were the nastiest ever.
I've only watched one video, so I really wouldn't know if she deleted anything, but just from what I've seen, the vegans that commented were mainly just informing her, and even this video is meant to be informative and not meant to be mean, but I think that Rachelle should be able to take constructive criticism.
I am more of an optimistic person, and I'm a positive person, and I like to promote positivity. So I choose to take the approach of sharing ideas and inspiration with people, and it's up to that person to then decide what they want to do. I'm not going to guilt trip people. I'm not going to call people names. I'm not going to be nasty. I'm not going to be horrible.
Sometimes the most effective way is to critique other people. I think it's fine for YouTubers to talk about other people, and that's what YouTube is for. It's like a forum, and it was originally created as a way to react to other people.
I was so angry, and I was so mad, and I was so disgusted with the word vegan. I couldn't say it, and I couldn't write it, and I couldn't have anything to do with vegan stuff, and it just made me cringe. Like, yes, I was still eating like vegan stuff, but I wanted nothing to do with it anymore. I didn't even want to acknowledge the word. I just couldn't, because it just had scarred me so much from the nasty, awful things that people had said.
So to summarize my message to Rachelle, it would be, try not to have a victim mentality. I know we're all on a journey, so it's great that you're taking the steps to be plant-based. And even though you're not vegan, I think that if you educated yourself more on the topic, you could be a vegan, and you could be an example of how to be positive and spreading the vegan message. So if you're not happy with the way something is done, then you could do it yourself and show everyone else how it's done. So if you think that you can convert more people to veganism than Freely or the controversial vegan gains, then you can become a vegan yourself and try to promote the vegan message in your own way. So I hope that this video helped. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.